Social Science, Grade 7, Block 13, Democracy, LP4, A Democracy, Popular Form of, by teacher Shikha. Children, we have already learnt about the historical development of democracy, the differences between democracy and authoritarian government, and the importance of rules of law in a democracy. In today's lesson, we will be able to analyze why democracy is a popular form of government. I have an important question to discuss. What is a democracy? And what are some questions you still have about democratic government? Let's discuss. Democracy is a form of government where people elect leaders to govern the country. People have the right to vote and elections are held periodically. Decisions in a democratic government are taken collectively by elected representatives. The elected leaders are accountable to the people. If the people are not happy with the leaders, they can remove them in the next election by not voting for them. What are some special features of a democratic government that are not found in authoritarian government? Let's discuss. Elections, making decisions collectively, protecting people's rights and freedom, treating everyone as equal, tolerating different views of people, allowing people to criticize the government, and rule of law are some unique features of a democracy. These are unlikely to be found in authoritarian governments. How is an unelected government different from an elected government? A government which is not elected usually comes to power by force. It does not have to rely on people's vote, nor does it have to depend on the people to continue to stay in power. Such a government has unlimited powers. For example, the former president of Uganda, Idi Amin, overthrew the elected government in 1971 and declared himself as the president of the country. He ruled for many years with his military force, making all the decisions and laws for the country himself. He did not tolerate anyone criticizing his government, and nobody had the right to request him. This cannot happen in an elected government. An elected government cannot disregard the people because it gets power from the people and depends on the people to stay in power. If the people are unhappy with an elected government, they can remove the government by voting against it in the elections. So, children, do you think making decisions collectively is a good idea? Why? When decisions are taken collectively by people, it makes sure that the views of everyone are heard. Therefore, the decisions are unlikely to be biased in favor of one person or group. This is especially important in a democracy. Decisions are made by those who are elected by people, so it is more likely that the decisions will take into account the interest of the people. Children, I have an important question. Which government, in your opinion, is most suitable today? Why? Think. Forms of government in which equality and justice are promoted, where basic rights are protected, and where we can decide who is fit to govern us are more acceptable to us. Democratic governments are based on these principles. Therefore, most countries of the world have democratic governments today. Children, please read the content book again and again and go through all the question answer and notes from the content book. Difficulties can be discussed during online session. I'm glad we had covered this topic in detail, and I hope you will be able to understand the pros and cons of democratic government. Have a great day ahead, children. Take care of yourself and your near and dear ones. Thank you. Bye-bye.